everybody, it's Jewelyn. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to another Planting with Jewelyn episode. I'm here in my patio. This is actually the second planting video I am filming for the day. I randomly got a day off. I'm turning this into a planting day. It rained this morning, which was really good for the plants because it didn't rain that much. But it's definitely nice to see them get a little wet. I have my apron on, I have my ponytail on. I have one plant that I picked up in Buena Park 4 days ago with Catherine. So before I go ahead and do any planting, and I wanted to do this whole entire video by itself and not have it attached to any other Planting with Jewelyns because these are very special plants. There are 3 different ferns and I want to go ahead and dedicate today's video just for them. I have one brand new fern I acquired in my collection 4 days ago in Buena Park. So I think that was my last plant purchase, was 4 days ago in Buena Park. I have the fern here with me. I would like to plant it up first before I get my hands into my next projects, which will be like the best part of the video. I want to say I've been holding off, guys, for this particular video. So I have this fern here and it's so gorgeous. Here's my beautiful fern, and believe it or not, guys, I picked this up for a little under $11. And again, these type of ferns, they grow wild in Hawaii, so it's kind of funny that I have to purchase them now because I don't live there anymore. This is a very fun, unexpected purchase. Again, when I go out and do my videos for the channel, I'll go ahead and pick up plants if it's not on my wish list, if it's in a reasonable price and I feel like it's a good deal. I think for the size of this fern, and I see a lot of ferns wherever I do my videos, this is definitely a good deal. I think right under $11 for this particular size is a good deal, so I couldn't pass it up. I wanted to go ahead and plant this up first. I don't know if I have a planter for this, but I want to try to see if I can at least get it planted up in today's video. Ooh, and it is stuck in here. So what I'm gonna do is loosen up the planter and then it'll eventually come out like so. Wow. So let's see, I think what I want to do is take this all apart, see how big the root system is, and then I will go ahead and start figuring out what type of planter I want to put this in. And this particular nursery that I got it at in Buena Park, I've never been to before, and I wasn't impressed with the type of plants they had. This was the only one that caught me, and it caught me because I've never seen this fern before, I don't think, and at least not this size. And there was no prices on any of the plants, so I had to go up and ask how much was the ferns all the way in the back section of the nursery, and she said it was $10. So with tax it came right under 11. I think this is a good deal. But what I do know is I do want to plant this up for my fern video today. 3 different kinds of ferns and they're all so unique and pretty. I definitely wanted to go ahead and do my fern planting video now before I get into my top 10, because definitely one of the ferns I'm planting up in today's video is part of my top 10. I didn't want to share it in that series without it being planted up in a planter. So I don't know if there's any kind of fertilizer in this planting medium. Nothing really special. For this, it's kind of hard, you know, like it was doing actually really good in this planting medium, whatever this is, but I don't know how long this plant was in there. And with these type of plants, I don't want to keep transplanting it. I'll find a big enough planter for it and just leave it in there and call it a day. Like my bird's nest fern, that thing is so lush and beautiful. I've maybe transplanted it once and I'm not going to transplant it again. So with this particular guy, and I like how I'm getting the root system loosened up because I would like to put it in a nice planter and get it into some soil with some nutrients in it. So I think that's good, guys. I did pretty good getting the root ball exposed. Okay, wow. So this is all of the roots. Do you see this? Look at that. So now I don't know what I'm gonna do with this soil medium. It's tough because it was doing so well in there. I might just go ahead and reuse it. But I'm probably going to bump it up with some worm castings in there, as well as maybe a little bit of perlite. I know these things like to be on the moist side, but there is no drainage in here. Like, I definitely don't see any perlite in here. So what I'm gonna do is first find a planter for it and then start mixing it up. So I have the pot here that I want to use. This is a pot that I had in my collection for about 2 years. It's just been sitting on my potting bench, so I'm going to use this in today's video. I'm going to add some perlite in here. And I also want to add some worm castings in here as well, just a little. Just going to sprinkle some worm castings in there. Okay, let me just mix this up really quickly. That looks much better. Okay. I like the way that looks. So as you can see, I'm going to fill up the planter with my mix here. Yay! Let's clean up that dead leaf. Fern number 1. They're all super cool ferns too. I'll go ahead and wipe down the planter when I'm done. This will be its forever home. I will not be touching this at all. I think I like it right here. I'm gonna press down with my hands to get it stand upright. I think I like it right there. Gorgeous. Okay, and then just going to add the rest of the mixture in here. Call it a day. Okay. Yay! I'm so happy I was able to do this. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of background noise happening right now. So here's the look of its new home. I think that looks so fantastic. Project number 2, and I am going to finally use this guy here. So these are the 2 cocoa liner wire hanging basket systems I have. This was my first one, and then I got this one. They were both in a different color. I painted it white. So quick little DIY to get it match my aesthetic. Now, originally when I got this one, I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect for my staghorn fern, which is still a little baby, but it's here. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be its forever home. But then when I got the cactus fern, I was like, no, this is for the cactus fern. And obviously I wanted like either like a succulent garden in here, some kind of senecio trailing over. I'm gonna put the staghorn fern in here. When it gets bigger and it no longer can live in here, I'll make a switch, but we'll see how long that takes. Again, this is like so big for this little guy, but I definitely want to go ahead and get him into this planter. So what I think I'm gonna do is maybe work with it like this. This particular project, I have coco coir. I'm going to mix it with some pumice and a little bit of worm castings for some nutrients, some fertilizer in there. I'll show you the particular brand that I'm using right now. So this is a coco coir brand that I am using right now. This is linked in my Amazon store. as well as a bag of pumice, which is also linked in my Amazon store. And then this is the big bag of worm castings I'm using right now. And all of these products are linked in the Amazon store. So with coco coir, you're gonna have to take it out of that chunky block and then add water for it to get really fine like this. So what I think I'm gonna do is mix it up here. I'm going to take this out, and I don't know if I'm going to use all of this, but who knows. So I'm just gonna take it all out and I'm gonna start mixing really quickly. And I do want to make it on the light and airy side. This wire hanger is ruining my nails, but I'm getting my nails done in 2 days in Las Vegas. Thank goodness, because I usually go to Las Vegas twice a month and get my nails done twice a month. But now that I'm going to Las Vegas only once a month, I'm like waiting forever and a day to get my nails done. So I don't know, I might get another backup nail person in LA that I can see when I'm not in Vegas. I don't like wire hangers. Oh my goodness, guys. Okay, let's just be extra careful with this because I don't want to leave any more trails. So as you can see, his mixture is very light and airy. So I'm just gonna add what's in here and mix it with mine. So it looks like coco coir and pumice. And then I'll add some worm castings in it for some fertilizer to keep the plant happy. Yay! This is probably going to be like my favorite planting project of the month. This is definitely a dream plant of mine. So as you can see, a lot of pumice. It's very airy. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and just mix this with mines to keep it nice and even here. I may also add a little bit more pumice in mine. So a little bit of worm casting, a little bit more pumice. So I do want it light and airy. Okay, so this is the look I'm going for, as you can see. Okay. So now that I got that mixed up, and that looks really good, fill up this planter first for my cactus fern, my epiphyllum. Gosh, what a stunning plant. So that looks pretty good. Like how that is looking in here. Definitely need to wash my hands after this. Oh my goodness. Okay. So now that I got it in the basket, I'm going to fill it up. Wow. So stunning. Oh, I'm sure it's gonna be so happy in its new home. Okay, that looks good. Don't want to turn it too much before I start damaging him, so I'm just gonna work over him. Made a special little mix just for him. Okay, guys. And I won't be watering this for a very long time because the coco coir is wet from me having to expand it. Now, I'm gonna have to probably redo the chain because I don't want to ruin any of its trails. So I think I'm gonna do it like this, guys. How's that? Wow. I think that's the look. Okay. So this is the new look of it, guys. What do you think? its final adjustments. And I think that's good, guys. Okay, guys, I think I did it. What do you think? Is this a look or what? Oh my god, this thing is so stunning. Can you guys see that? I'll do one more spin here. Here's the final look. Oh my god, this thing is so stunning. So that's gonna wrap up today's Planting with Jewelyn episode. Fern edition. I have 3 different types of ferns. My cactus fern back there, my epiphyllum, my unidentified mystery fern, which I'll probably figure out before the time this video goes up, as well as my baby staghorn. Now, I think what I'm gonna do is this particular fern will live in here for the rest of its entire life. I think it'll do great in here. There's a lot of room growth for him in here. And then as well as my cactus fern, I will not move them. This is their forever home. For my little staghorn fern, I'm gonna probably fill up the rest of this cocoa liner with the same mixture that I made for him, so that it's nice and full. Again, when I had made my mixture for my cocoa coir, I didn't know I was gonna need this much, but it took up, I think, a lot of it in the basket behind me. But I'll probably go ahead and fill this up with the same mixture, and this particular staghorn will live in here until it outgrows this basket, and then I'll switch it out to a round basket like this so that it looks fuller throughout. But I don't mind the half basket look here on the wall for this little guy. So it'll probably go on my wooden gate of my patio. I think that'd be like a cute look for this. What I could do in the future when this staghorn fern outgrows this basket, I'll get like a bunch of succulents that are on the medium size in my collection, and I'll just do a succulent garden for this basket. But for now, I wanted at least the staghorn to get planted up and not be in that little nursery planter. But again, the original home was going to actually be that basket until I got the cactus fern, and then he ended up in this, but it's fine. I made the most of what I have. And again, these things are all in my collection. This planter I had for about 2 years now, and I think it works pretty well with this fern. So I'm going to put this next to my big spider plant and my bird's nest fern in between my Tiffany blue chairs out here in my patio space. This will go on my wooden gate of my patio, and the staghorn fern will go on my wooden gate. I think that'll look so cute in the entrance of my space. And then this is gonna stay right here. There's a lot of shade in this section as well as some sun, so I think this is like the perfect place for my cactus fern. So sound off down below, what was your favorite fern of the day? Again, 3 entirely different ferns. I'm a huge fan of epiphyllums, so I could not pass up not getting that. That is definitely one of my dream plants. And being a plant enthusiast and not having a staghorn fern, I finally got one, and I've had it now for a couple of weeks, so I'm glad I was able to plant it up in today's video. And this is my newest fern here, and I could not pass it up. For under $11, I think this was definitely a steal. So sound off down below, what was your favorite fern of the day? They're absolutely gorgeous and beautiful in its own right, and I can't compare one to the other because they're all unique and special. But definitely I'm gonna have to give a shout out to my dream cactus there, my epiphyllum. My fern cactus is so cool. So stay tuned. I am looking forward to sitting down and plant talking and doing my top 10 series, which I like to do every quarter on the channel, highlighting my cacti, succulents, and houseplants. So that means 3 videos, 10 plants each, 30 plants highlighted in the collection. So stay tuned for that. But I definitely wanted to get this done first before I do this series, because one of them are going to make it onto there. So stay tuned. You can find more on my blog at ILOVEJEWELYN.blogspot.com. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Bye, guys.